Hello folks, this is Aitanajha from InspiredToRise.com and today we are going to talk about the RealMe X2 730G. If you talk about the build and design, it weighs around 182 grams, has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on front and back, has a plastic frame on the sides, and at the back the camera module is protruding out a lot. And now let's start with the unboxing for the same. Inside you get the black color TPU cover for this one. Apart from that, you get the documentation, user manual, warranty card, etc. You also get the smartphone on the inside along with the 30-watt VOOC 4.0 charger, a thick USB-C cable. The VOOC Charge 4.0 charges it around 0 to 100% in just 57 minutes. And you also get a SIM tray ejector tool on the inside. And now let's talk about the build and design for the smartphone. On the right hand side you get the power button, which has a nice yellow accent to it. The smartphone is in the avocado green color and it also feels slightly thick to hold, and the camera module is definitely protruding out a lot. At the bottom there's the 3.5mm jack, the USB Type-C module along with the speaker grill, and on the left hand side there's the volume rocker, and at the top there's the noise cancellation microphone. It comes with a dedicated microSD card slot with support for up to 256 GB of expansion. It's definitely a thick phone, and at 182 grams, it's not exactly too lightweight, but I felt that it was still quite handy. It has a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and I felt that the display was good enough. It does support HDR content on YouTube and has a in-display fingerprint scanner which is real fast. Now let's talk about the specifications. It comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G chipset on the inside, which is great for gaming. It's an 8nm chipset, and apart from that there are different storage variants. We have the 128GB variant, out of which you get 108.2GB free out of the box. And if I talk about the sensors, it does come up with almost all the sensors which are required for a great smartphone experience. It supports aptX HD, aptX, LDAC codecs as well. And if I talk about the benchmark scores, the Antutu benchmark score was pretty high. On the inside it comes with a UFS 2.1 storage, and the read-write speeds go up to 500 MB per second. If I talk about the Cam2 API support, it supports up to level 3 Cam2 API, and Gcam was running flawlessly on the smartphone. It can run PUBG on high settings and you can play it on HD and high settings, but there was no option to enable HDR on the smartphone. This I particularly disliked because you can play PUBG on HDR on even something like Redmi Note 8 Pro, and that option is missing. Even the smooth and extreme option in PUBG was missing. But apart from that, you can play something like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas easily on this smartphone with maximum possible settings, and the gameplay was pretty smooth. The user experience is still the same with the Color OS, and it might get an update in the near future, and then maybe things would become better. Right now there is support for dark mode and a few other things, but I personally feel that there are some bloatware apps as well, and the overall experience could definitely have been better. If you talk about the camera on this one, it comes with a 64MP primary camera sensor f1.8, 8MP f2.3 ultra-wide sensor, a 2MP macro sensor and a 2MP depth sensor, along with a 32MP front camera with a f2.0 aperture. Color science still needs a lot of fixing, and Realme guys have not done a great job here. All of the colors were oversaturated. Some photos lacked that kind of dynamic range that you would like to see. And apart from that, if I talk about most of the colors shown in these photos, they were really different from the actual colors on these flowers and objects, and that is something which definitely needs fixing. But all of these issues were fixed when I used Gcam, so that's one of the saving grace for this smartphone. It also has support for zooming in because of the 64MP primary camera sensor. One of the great features on this smartphone was the ability to blur the background in videos as well. It works only with one subject in the foreground, and it works up to a certain distance. After that the algorithm starts failing, but from what I found, I felt that the results properly mimic a DSLR kind of effect, and the videos that come out from this smartphone looked really good with this particular effect. When you install Gcam, the kind of videos and the kind of photos that you would get from the smartphone become much better compared to the normal output, and I feel that maybe with the upcoming Realme OS or the future updates, they can fix the other color issues as well. The sound output on the smartphone was also pretty good, and I felt that overall it's a great smartphone for the price of 16,999 for the 464GB variant. And at such a price, it does offer a lot of performance for a lot of gamers and has a stable experience, and most probably things will get even better in the near future. The ColorOS 7 update would come by March 2020 with Android 10 for the smartphone. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and do subscribe to Inspired to Rise for more awesome tech videos like this one. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.